Hi, my name's Andy Waring, otherwise known as the Beginner's Friend, and I'm recording this quick review video to give you my thoughts on Campervan commissions. As different as that name sounds for an IM product, I want to give you my thoughts, the pros and the cons, and let you know what I think and who I think would benefit from it and why you should buy it. So without further ado, let me get into the meat of this review for you. Okay, so first things first, what exactly is Campervan commissions? Well, it's a step-by-step video training that Nicholl, along with Trevor Carr, has put together, showing how he's been able to create sort of $200 a day paychecks while out in his campervan. As you can see from the sales page here, it says you're about to discover the exact blueprint that Nicholl uses to pull in over $200 a day while bumming around in the UK in his campervan. And very nice too. First things I have to say, let's be clear up front, that $200 a day, I am not guaranteeing that you are going to make that per day. You may make more, you may make less. You know, there's going to be a certain amount of effort to get to that figure. Entirely possible, but it's not a guaranteed figure. So what else have we got here? If we look at this sales page, if we scroll down, there's a neat little video which actually shows some screenshots as you'd expect, but also shows some little snaps of Paul in his campervan going around the country. And as he states at the top here, that anyone can do this anywhere in the world, anywhere as long as you have some kind of access to the internet via your smartphone or a Wi-Fi internet connection. So as long as you've got those, you can carry out this particular technique. And as you can see here, that you're about to discover the exact blueprint that Nicholl uses. And I think that's hugely important as part of this review. The thing that I really wanted to bring home is that Paul is not coming up with some theory. He's actually describing what is actually done to bring in funds. Now, those funds are documented. He shows proof. He shows various accounts. He shows his Warrior Plus account, etc. So one of the things I really liked about this is that, you know, it isn't just theoretical stuff. It's stuff that Paul is using and using to great success. He shows you using it. He shows the sort of results he gets. And as Paul says himself, as we'll see a little bit later in the sales page, he's a very normal individual. He wouldn't class himself as particularly special. He's just come up with a very simple but very effective method for pulling in consistent income online. So anyway, if we go back to the sales page here, you can see he states it's 100% newbie friendly, which I would agree with. The videos, the training starts from the very basics. So, you know, yes, it is 100% newbie friendly. It is a super simple strategy. As I say, the best strategies often are, and this is very much one of those. And finally, also makes the statement that you can get started immediately. You can get started. There's a certain amount of work that you obviously need to put in, but yeah, it's something as soon as you purchase and watch the videos, you're away and you can start actually using this exact strategy. Okay, so he's stating here that 30 minutes a day to spend on creating a cash machine that pulls in over $1,000 a week. 30 minutes a day? Well, yeah, perhaps initially when you're starting this, you may need to spend a little bit more than that, but I can see, having gone through the material, that yeah, 30 minutes a day is not giving you BS there. It's something that you could definitely do. Okay, so usual sort of stuff. You get instant access as soon as you purchase. You can get into the members area, get stuck into the training. There's the usual money back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you don't like it, you can get your money back. I would suggest, if you follow the instructions, if you're not frightened of putting in a little bit of effort, then you will see results from this, and therefore you won't need to use that 30-day money back guarantee. But it's there if you need it. And the final thing that it says here, over-the-shoulder video training. It is very much that. Paul doesn't just talk about it, he goes through step by step each of the individual things that you need to do. Okay, so as he said, this isn't rocket science. He used to be a builder, and he's now managed to master a simple and powerful system that pulls in cash with the click of a button. A little bit misleading, that, as I'm sure you know, that there is no clicking of a button. There's a certain amount of effort that goes in before you can click that button to make the actual income. So don't be purchasing this if you're looking for a magic button. There is a certain amount of work to be done, but there is results at the end of that. 100% newbie friendly, which we said. It gives the usual story where Paul has come from. I know Paul from online circles for some time. Don't know him well, but I do know his backstory, and this is very much, it's not a sub story. This is true. What he's telling you here is all true enough. And that's really it. It doesn't give a lot of detail. There's our Paul in his campervan, and there are actually some of the, you can see those going through some of his real results that he's getting now and in the past. Various customer testimonials showing that this isn't just theoretical stuff. It's really good stuff that you can really use to make some money, and that's it. As you can see, there isn't a lot to the sales page. He isn't going into loads of stupidly false promises. It's very down to earth. Bit about him, bit about what he's selling. So that's the actual sales page for you. In terms of the product itself, here we are in the members area itself, and very simple, very straightforward. A bit of introduction from Paul, and then we get into the videos. So we have a brief introduction, then we get on to video 1, which sort of covers the some of the foundation things that you require. As I say, it's very much newbie friendly, so that will help people who are really just starting out. If you've got a little bit more experience, you might not even need to go through that particular video, but it's there for you. Video 2 starts the actual concept, gives you an overview of the strategy itself. Video 3, a bit more meat. Video 4, giving you the final bits and pieces. And then video 5 is sort of a top level overview from beginning to end, pulls in all the pieces from each of the previous videos. And then, which I thought was quite a nice little thing, that you've actually got a couple of bonus videos, if you like, which take the training and actually adds extra detail for advanced users, both in terms of affiliate training and email marketing. And then it ends with some bonuses that Trevor and Paul have both included. In terms of when this becomes available, we're looking at the 27th of September, so not too long to go now, and that's 10 AM EST, which here in the UK would be 3 PM. What's important to note is that there's actually an early bird offer for the first 6 hours, and after that the training goes on to a dime sale. So it's worth getting in there early doors to make sure that you get it at the best price possible. In terms of that price, you're looking at $12.95 for the complete training. I personally think that is an extremely good price for something that is so real world and easy to follow. To give you an indication of how easy it is to follow, without going into great detail, because I obviously don't want to spoil Paul's training, I'm using a lot of the techniques he's using to actually promote this particular product. But anyway, it'll be on sale for $12.95 for those first 6 hours, and then after that it'll be on a dime sale. Now, from past experience of Paul and Trevor's products, I know they go extremely well, and therefore I can imagine once that 6 hours is up, then you're probably going to see quite a hike in the price as people actually purchase the training. Of course, it wouldn't be complete without the upgrade information, as you'd fully expect that. So just to give you the full information, in terms of the upsells, the first one is a done for you option. It basically gives you a lot of material information that will basically shortcut the whole process. You don't need it. I must stress that you don't need it, but it's like anything, any done for you service. Have you got the time? Have you got the, can you put in the effort to follow the information? If time is a little bit tight for you, if you want to make life a little bit easier, then you can invest this small extra amount, and you get a load of extra done for you stuff. Very useful, I'd imagine, for a lot of people, the shortcut. But as I say, it's not essential. You can still get this working without that extra information. The second upgrade is something I liked a lot as a marketer myself. This is something that really interested me. What Paul and Trevor are offering is actually resale rights of this training. So this material that Paul has created, very real world material, they are allowing you to sell this yourself. Not only that, actually sell it with resale rights. An extremely useful facility to have, because as you can imagine, once you have resale rights for this, you can sell it on for 100% profits, and make a nice little lump sum there. That's priced at $67. But if you consider the time and effort it takes to create a good quality video training, then that $67 is an absolute drop in the ocean. Similarly, if you were to get someone to actually, if you outsource the process of getting someone to create a training product, then $67, you'll know that $67 is an absolute steal. So something well worth looking into if you're seriously, especially for those people who've been around a little bit and are looking to expand their portfolio with products that they can sell and offer. And the final upgrade is something quite special. This was a affiliate mastery training that Paul and Trevor did, which was very much a high ticket item that they sold for $497 to their students, and they got absolutely brilliant feedback from that training. You'll see some of the testimonials actually on the sales page, and what they're doing is they're actually allowing that to be sold for the first time in a long time. That's going to be $197. Obviously, I recognise that's not going to be it for everyone, but for those of you who've been around a little bit longer, a little bit more serious, then that is something well worth investigating. There's a bunch of other bonuses, etc. For that, but that will be fully explained when you get to that particular upgrade. Well worth a look. Well worth a look. Okay. Unlike a lot of people, I like to give the rough with the smooth, and so I wanted to sort of go into what I thought of in terms of the pros and the cons of this particular training product. And there are cons, but let's start with the pros. And The first one, which I think is hugely important, is actually how easy the videos are to follow. Paul has really broken it down into a very simple sort of step-by-step process. I use this in a very complimentary way. He's a very simple kind of individual. And I mean that in terms of he doesn't overcomplicate things. Business doesn't have to be complicated. And these videos aren't. So, easy to follow. And they cover the complete process. I've seen other training where it misses out big chunks or it assumes knowledge, but that's not these particular videos. They do go through the whole process, showing the differences that it can make, giving you different options. It is a complete training package, giving you that if you watch, you will be able to action it, straight away. And finally, what I really liked was Paul actually showing some actual results, the results that he has got using this very exact method. Not a similar method, but the exact method he is showing you here. So it is very much something that is, it's proven, it's tried, it's tested, it's proven. So, okay, well, what are the cons? Well, there are a couple. As much as I like the training, there is a couple of cons. And the first one is that it would have been really nice to have had a sort of summary checklist, so that each of the steps that he does go through fully within the videos was a PDF, just to make sure that you go through those each time. I mean, that's something I would have liked. And along with that, a template for some of the work that you need to do. Paul goes through that completely, but I would have actually liked a PDF. So as much as those cons are minor elements, I realise that if I would have liked them, then it's a good chance that there are other people who would also like these sort of things. And so you'll see when we move on to the unique bonus package that I've covered those weaknesses and some. So let's move on to that now and show you what you can get in addition to the training if you purchase it through our link. So the thing is that Dan Marks and I got together, having seen this particular product. We both had review copies, and we thought that it actually was an excellent product, some excellent training that could really help our subscribers. And so what we did is that we had a chat, and we came up with what we thought would be an absolutely excellent combination of bonuses, exclusive bonuses, that would really, really supplement the training itself and actually take it a step further to really try and ensure that anyone who does purchase the training through our link actually will be able to benefit from it. So let's have a look at what we decided to come up with. And the first thing was the checklist. As I say, I quite like the idea of some sort of a summary of the training so that I didn't have to keep going through the training videos. And so that's what we put together. It's a checklist that is created exclusively for buyers of the Campervan commission through our link. And it really is just a summary checklist of the complete strategy. You can use this to keep focus, speed up the process, or just remind yourself of the steps in the method without having to go through the whole training again. It just allows you to tick off the tasks when they're completed, so that you know that where you are within the process. This will make sure that the maximum amount of people will be able to benefit from the training. Now, closely aligned to this is the strategy template document. Within this training, Paul shows you a proven method for banking legitimate affiliate commissions. It's very much a step-by-step process, as we've said before. It is something that he does. But what we wanted to do was make it even easier for you. And so we've created this, what is in effect a fill-in-the-blank strategy template. What the template does, it gives you a structure of what you should be doing to succeed with Campervan commissions, enabling you to virtually create a complete Campervan promo by just filling the gaps. Again, this has been something that's been created exclusively for purchasers of the training through our link, and you'll be able to get this nowhere else. I think this next bonus is probably one of the most valuable in the whole package. And what we're actually giving you is a full 2 weeks of unlimited email access to us to give you private support using this particular method. So, whatever your questions are, whether you've got, whether you're stuck on something, whether you just need help connecting a couple of dots, all you need to do, send us an email and one or both of us will reply to you as soon as possible, usually within 24 hours, to answer that question. And you've got that for a whole 2 weeks, 100% free of charge. As I say, probably the most valuable of the bonuses that we're providing. Hopefully by now you're seeing that these bonuses are not just the usual PLR. These are very much unique, created specifically for this promotion. And the next one is just, still carries along that particular theme. If you don't already know Dan Marks, he's known as the lazy marketer. And what he likes to do is come up with easier methods, shortcuts, etc. And so what he's done is actually taken training and he's created a new video with some additional training that allow you to take the process, the method that Paul is showing you and add a few little tweaks to make it even easier. So, as I say, something well worth getting. You won't be able to get it anywhere else. It is available only for this particular promotion and it will only be available as a bonus here. So, something well worth getting hold of. And while we're on the subject of videos that Dan has pulled together, the next video is along those lines. It's another video bonus from Dan, and that is one looking at how to track your affiliate links for free. The training that Paul has created is very much about getting affiliate sales. And if you want to do that properly, you'll want to know where the sales come from so that in the future you're able to use those particular sources again. And so what Dan has done is come up with this video training, which is recorded specially for this promotion to show you the very simple, easy, lazy method for tracking your affiliate links. Again, totally unique. Nowhere else will you see this other than in this particular bonus package. So with our final bonus, this is something that we wanted to include to help those who perhaps not too familiar with WordPress. Paul talks about having a blog as something that can really ramp up the effectiveness of the process that he's showing. So what we've done is that we pulled together a selection of 20 plus tutorials, very simple step-by-step tutorials that will show you just about everything you need to know in terms of setting up a WordPress blog. Something that obviously you can use outside of the process, but we thought it would be extremely useful to work alongside what Paul is already included within the training. So hopefully you can see there that huge bonus package, that exclusive bonus package from Dan and myself, very much designed to allow you to get the most out of the training, to give you the most chance of succeeding. If you like the sound of Paul's training, if you like the sound of our exclusive bonus package, all you need to do is click on the link below. So this is Andy signing off on behalf of myself and Dan, and we both very much look forward to hearing from you over the coming weeks and months.